The Citroen C3 is a small car that's big on comfort and style. Here's Motor One's guide to the things we like, the things we don't like, and what the best specification would be when making your choice. Rather than follow the small car pack who just seem to be obsessed with aggressive lines and sportiness, the C3 is all curves and volume. They say the first part of good design is to solve a problem, so have a look at these side panels. Citroen calls them air bumps, and they protect your new runabout from being dinged by shopping market trolleys or by other cars when you're parked in a tight multi-storey. The C3's quest for comfort has made it noticeably lacking in agility. The steering is nice and light for around town, but it does lack feedback. But the manual gear changes are a bit vague and floppy, and there doesn't really seem to be any consistency in the pedal weights. You're not going to win any traffic light Grand Prix with the available engines either. Just like the mini hatch, there are heaps of customization options available with the C3, including 9 colours for the body, 3 colours for the roof, and 2 upgrades for the cabin. You can even get a panoramic option, though it does rob into rear headroom. Almond green is the only standard colour, but looks great with a black roof. If you fancy something a little bit meaner, go for this Perla Nero black with red roof. For all those mums and dads who spend many an hour parked up outside the school gates or dance class, you will really appreciate the wide spongy seats in the front of this C3. In fact, it feels like you're only an armrest and a cup of tea short of being on the sofa at home. Space in the back isn't quite as generous for tall adults, but there are Isofix mounting points and a wide middle seat, making it easy to install 2 child car seats or have 3 kids sat here side by side. Dashcams are an increasingly popular accessory for UK buyers, primarily because in the event of an accident, the recorded footage can be used to expedite the entire insurance process, pointing out who was to blame and, more importantly, keeping your no claims bonus intact. The C3 is the first car in its class to feature an integrated dashcam, but in the better times you can also use it to take photos or record videos, which can then be sent to your phone via an app and you can then share on social media. You've also got a reversing camera, there's Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, but even BOGO versions receive digital radio, Bluetooth, cruise control with a speed limiting function and lane departure warning. The C3 is a characterful little car that you can't help but grow fond of, but you also can't help but spot some of the areas in which Citroen has tried to trim a little bit of cost. Items such as these scratchy plastics, the exposed screw heads, the lack of grab handles. Now, they haven't even been bothered to relocate the fuse box for right-hand drive vehicles, meaning you can't even fit in the owner's manual. And while the boot may be usefully large and square for this class of car and feature a space-saver spare tyre, it lacks fold flat seats or a variable boot floor to help get bigger bags over that large ridge. It's a uniquely stylish and thoughtful addition to the small car shopping list, this C3, and that's why we'd suggest putting it on your shortlist. In terms of the best specifications, you want the mid-level field trim because it gets you alloy wheels, daytime running lights, the contrast roof, while inside has got climate control, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, meaning you can actually use your phone's navigation through the infotainment screen rather than rely or have to fork out more money on Citroen's inbuilt navigation. If you're buying this car on finance, you'll also spot that the rates on these mid-level and above cars are better than the low-spec ones because they're more desirable come resale. Add the style pack, which gets the air bumps and front fog lamps, plus the comfort and visibility pack, which gets automatic headlights and reverse parking sensors. Now, weirdly, the integrated dashcam doesn't reduce insurance premiums, and the reversing camera is a bit surplus to requirements on a car this small, so we'd leave both of them off the list. The PureTech 82 petrol engine with a 5-speed manual gearbox has enough pace, flexibility and refinement for most town work and the occasional motorway run. If you need an automatic, the 6-speed auto is only available in the more powerful PureTech 110 petrol engine. But again, the gear changes are smooth and there's enough performance providing you don't want to hustle it.